been using my MotoTote for probably about a month now, and I just wanted to do a quick video on how it installs, how my bike loads up on it, and just some of my initial impressions of having it. So first of all, I have everything laid out here. This is the MotoTote. I'm just going to move it onto the back of the truck. It installs really easily. It has a bolt with a special nut on the end. It keeps it from swaying back and forth. So I'm just going to go ahead and install it. Just a 5/8 inch socket or wrench. Tighten it down. So that keeps it from moving back and forth. So after it's installed, it has a nice little ramp that's connected on here. And basically, just take the ramp, insert it on the side like that. So what I do first is usually get the straps ready. It just helps, especially for a one-person operation. I then just line it up and roll it up the ramp. So it then gets locked in. Then I take the straps and I put it around the handlebar. And then I just cinch them down. And that's really all there is to it. So the last thing that I do is I put a strap around the rear tire. So just a regular ratchet strap around the rear tire, just so the rear end doesn't bounce out of the carrier. That's really it. Just tighten it down a little from there. You can use a spacer in between your suspension if you'd like. The ramp loads stores on the side of the hitch. It has a locking clip. That's all there is to it. So I usually just wrap the straps around and tuck them in so they're not flying around when I'm driving. I do that with the front, both fronts and the rear. Just like that. And you can see it's really steady, even on bumpy dirt roads, gravel roads. It stays right where it belongs, doesn't bounce around. I'm over 50 years old, and this is much better than loading a bike up into my bed each time. It's almost like I'm flirting with disaster when I have a single ramp and I'm trying to load and step on a stand on my way up into the bed with the bike. So always seems a little iffy on whether I'm going to get it up the ramp or not, or down the ramp or not, and a lot of times I'm looking for help. So in terms of this, it's pretty straightforward. It's a one-man operation for sure, and in the event of a failure or a drop, I'm not that high off the ground compared to a truck bed. So I do like it. I've used it probably have 400 or 500 travel miles on it so far. The bike holds on onto the ramp very good. It rides very nicely. I don't even feel it back there. I have a camera on the inside of my truck, and often I'll just take a look, but it never moves. So this is the MotoTote. It's the 500-pound capacity one. It's plenty for this bike. This bike's 250 pounds approximately, maybe a little more with fuel and oil. But I do like it. I definitely would recommend it. This is an unsponsored review. It's just my experience. I spent a lot of time trying to look into ramps, and I wasn't sure which was best or which I would buy. I looked at different configurations of rear hitch type ramps. This is the one that I settled on, and at the time that I was looking, I really didn't have a whole lot of good information, so I just wanted to put a video out to explain my experience with it.